We're in an area known as Pasalucho, Louisiana. This is pretty much the southernmost point. Right out here is the Gulf of Mexico. This was an area that was hit incredibly hard by the oil spill. Crews are in here in the marsh grass, laying down these absorbent pads, flipping them over. It collects the sheen on top of the water. And people around here are telling us that in the last 2 months, they've really seen a dramatic change in the amount of oil around here.
When I first came here 60 days ago, you couldn't see water. It was all oil. I'd say it's a lot less than what it was here, but if you see on the canes, it's still heavily saturated and wet with oil, so the job's not done yet.
You can really see the heavy sheen here in this part of Louisiana.
There's a lot of cleanup work going on here, and that's excellent, but the tide keeps coming and going each and every day.
As long as the oil's coming in out from the Gulf, this job's going to be here because it's just going to keep washing in. But our job is to try to keep what's in here contained, clean it up, keep what's out there out of this area, and slowly get the job done.
But again, this is difficult and tedious to clean up, and will take a lot of time.
The journey also took us to an area called Breton Sound. In all, we inspected about 65 miles of Louisiana coastline.
We're cruising along and we passed through a line of algae and sort of ocean foam. You can see little sheens. It's all wrapped up with this seaweed.
Some of it should stick, but this is probably an incredibly microscopic thin layer of sheen that we're looking at. But the concern is that it mixes in here with the algae, and this is the kind of area that sea life and small marine life kind of feeds on. So that's the concern that many environmentalists have.
You can see how much oil is in the water that I've pulled up because you can see what is adhering to the plastic bag. This is just a quick field test to distinguish between normal algae and oil.
This is the Breton Sound, just east of Venice, and Breton Island is right here, so we're going to head that way now. We're near Breton Island, and this is where several months ago a colony of brown pelicans were found heavily covered in oil. The island is submerged right now, but just along the island there you can just see a long row of brown pelicans. You see a lot of them flying. That's the good sign. If they're covered in oil, they can't fly.
A Coast Guard official told us along the way that at least one oil-covered seagull was rescued today. But with most of these birds looking healthy, it left us with a glimmer of hope. Ed Lavandera, CNN, in the Gulf waters near Venice, Louisiana.